Welcome back to Whitt Acres. Today we're making custom gate latches for the pasture. Come on, pup. It is cold and windy, so we're gonna step into the patio here so we can do some work. So it's not too pleasant outside today, so I took over the patio here as a workshop. Huh, pup? Go. Get in here, pup. I've been working out here for a few weeks now, so I already have a bit of a mess going on. I've been working on making some custom gate latches for the pasture up there at the barn, and I want to make them animal themed. I already got started because I wanted to make sure this was going to work before I made a full video on it, and I already did do a short video on putting the first custom animal themed gate latch up there on the custom pallet gate that we built. But now I need to make 2 more for the front gates, and I was able to get these 2x10s off of my neighbor. They were scrap pieces while he was building his house, so I was able to get these for free, and that's what I'm using to make the custom gate latches. So the latch I already made is a goose, so we're going to be making a duck and a chicken for the front gates. So I already got started on the chicken. I just drew a freehand chicken and cut it out with a jigsaw, and then I traced it onto another board and cut a second one out so I could have matching chickens. And now we're going to use this board to make 2 matching ducks. Hop pop, you ready to help? So how we're going to do that is I'm going to look up on Google a sitting duck outline, pick the one I like the shape of the best, and then I'm just going to freehand draw it to the size that I want onto this board. I wanted them all to be similar sizes, so you can see that the chicken fits across about half of this board. So I'll be drawing a line down the middle of this board, and then I'll draw a duck on one side, and then I'll cut it off and then trace it onto the other side. And these end up to be about 1 foot across. I have a 10-inch hand span, so about 12 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and make a duck, and then I'll bring you along for the next step. It's okay, Pop. Now we're cooking. It was getting a little bit too cold in here to work. That's gonna make it a lot better. Not sure why it smells like burnt hair in here though. All right, now we have 2 similar looking ducks here. And I set up the chickens here on the all thread to show you how this is going to work. So this piece is a scrap piece from building the gate. It's where we're going to mount the gate. It's how thick of the piece we're going to mount to. So that's going to go right there, and you can see the all thread's going to go right through it, and that's going to be the middle of the latch. Since the gate is only 2 inches wide and the post that we're closing on is 6 inches wide, I needed to make some spacers to make the latch wide enough to close on the post. I used a hole saw and cut out some of these spacers here and put them on just inside the chickens. And I have a nut on each side that'll squeeze all these pieces together, and we'll have a nice solid piece that these will move together, and they can open up like this, and then they can close and latch on the post. So just like you see here on the chicken, I need to drill a 5/8 hole through the butt of the duck and the spacers. Wind is just ripping outside. Two of the light Brahmas are actually running back to the barn right now. I didn't let the birds out the free range, but they came all the way down to the garden. They're making it back now though. I was wondering about them, pup. I saw them go down earlier. We have the chickens ready here, and now I have the holes in the ducts. So now I just have to try and find enough 5/8 washers to get everything fit together. And then we can go out to the barn and try and get everything put on the gate. Yeah, I don't know if I want to go out there either, pup. It's windy. No, it's too windy out there. Yeah, we can play inside. Well, if all goes right, I have them all built and ready to go onto the gate. But I'm not sure if I want to go out there anymore. The rain already started and the wind is really picking up. Pup, you want to go out there, don't you? No, it's cold. I guess really the only thing I have to do is run out there, pick where I'm going to put the latch, and then drill a hole, shove it in, and bolt it all together. Alright, it's really windy, it's raining, and it's almost dark. But the wind's only getting stronger and it's only getting colder out here, so I really want to get these gate latches on. I'm coming, ducks. Oh, it's terrible out here. Come on, pup, let's get in there. Excuse me, Bert, coming in, buddy. Sorry. Coming out, ducks, coming out. Go to bed. Just go to bed, ducks. What are you waiting on? Go to bed. There you go. Jeez, get inside. Good. Alright, I tried getting the gate latches on, but I'm not going to be able to finish them tonight. Where the latch is supposed to close on the gate, I have the fence stapled to it and it's in the way. So I need something to pull those staples out, and I don't have them up here with me. And it's already pretty dark, so I'm just going to go ahead and close up the barn and pick this project up tomorrow. Right, ladies? We'll see you in the morning. Alright, I'll see you in the morning. You too, Piper? Up on the window. We'll see you in the morning, ducks and mumbles. Hey, Dizzy. How you doing in there? You're out of water. Why are you out of water, Dizzy? You gotta stop stepping on that and spilling it. I got no water in my pitcher for Dizzy. There you go, girl. I'm coming. It's cold and windy out there again. Oh, you laid another egg. Thank you. Ooh. Watch out, Dizzy. Come on. Coming in. Coming in. Get you some water here. I'm sure the babies are thirsty. Not sure when you stepped on this thing. Yeah, you're thirsty too. There you go. Full water. Bag it up. Bag it up. Bag it up. We'll throw a pile of food over there for you. Everybody get some water and food this morning. And I'll take your egg. Thank you. And we'll put that back over and put this board up because it is windy. I'm not even going to open the door the whole way. I'm just going to open enough to give her some sunlight. Come on, pup. We got to go open the barn. Well, as you can tell, it's the next morning. It's just as windy out here and it's even colder, but at least it's not raining. And my gates are still blowing in the wind. I'm coming, ladies. Hey, Pants. Bert, you fell off your wall. Hey, Dot. I'm coming, ladies. Sammy, let me get the lights on. Pup, you bringing Bert back in? Stuck. Let there be light, birds. Go on. You're a big chicken, Bert. I'm coming for you, ducks. I'm coming. You got eggs in the door, ducks. Hold on, hold on. Watch out, pup. Ducks are coming. Watch out, chickens. Duck wave. You go, ducks. Rufio, come on, bud. Hop out. There you go. Oh, you just slid. Only one piece there. Ladies and Piper, you can come out. There you go. Breakfast, ladies. And the ducks. Rita, you heading back in? You going back in for some private time? Puppy in your way? All right, I moved them. Uh-oh, Rufio's getting pants. Bucket of feathers. Rita's just sneaking on by. Oh, that was Mrs. Muffins. That wasn't even the bucket of feathers. That was just Mrs. Muffins. So last night I started mounting the gate latches on the front two pasture gates. I got the position of the latch on the gate figured out, but where it closes on the post, the fencing is stapled in the way. So today I brought up the fencing pliers and I need to pull out a couple staples. Come on, Pop. Ever since we got that heavy rain, this is the first thing the ducks do every morning. Come down and try and save their puddle from drying up. They just keep making it deeper and deeper. It's gonna freeze here this week though. So I need to pull these staples out. Hopefully I can get them with the fencing pliers here. You can see this a little better on the duck latch here. You can see I have it mounted to the gate, but where it swivels and attaches to the post here, the fencing is in the way. So there's a couple staples I need to try and pull out here. I grabbed the fencing pliers, so hopefully these help. Oh, that'll get one out. So now that I have the fence pulled back, the duck is able to hit the post where it's supposed to. And right now, all I have to do is throw this duck on this end and put the nut on. All right, Piper, quit your biting, girl. What are you doing, ducks? It's too cold for that. All right, so I got both front gate latches on. I'll show you how they're working. We have the duck one right here, and I did put a couple stopper nails I'll probably switch out for screws. Piper, you want to show them how it works? You just want to bite my pants. All right, so the duck latch here works just like a swivel latch, because that's what it is. You just swivel one side up. It's a little stiff with the wind blowing on it, but it swivels both sides up at the same time, which gives you the access to open the gate. I just threw some stopper nails in here, so when the duck comes down, it can stop right there and stay closed. And one up top here for whenever it opens up. So it's just in a strategic little spot to catch the back of the neck there, and then it just drops so the duck sits level. Tell them, we got the chicken one on too. The chicken one's over here, and we have the same stopper nail system for them. We can just grab the chicken, open up, and the gate swings because we have a lot of wind blowing right now. But we'll bring this back, and now we have custom gate latches, and this one obviously shaped like a chicken. Piper, we'll make a turkey one soon. All I need to do now is attach that 2x4 fencing to the gates, but I don't have the screws and the washers that I want to use to attach it. I don't want to use staples because I don't want to be hammering on that gate. So my dad's out running right now, so I told him to grab me some washers so when he gets back I can mount the fences to the gate. But for now I'm going to head back down to the house and warm up, and then I'll come back out and finish these gates. All right, we're back out here. We're gonna try and get these gates finished. The wind really hasn't calmed down too much, but it did warm up just a little bit. I'm gonna open the gate, let everybody out to free range. Hey, Rita. If they wanna go out. It's still windy and cold, so I don't know if a lot of them will wanna go, but the ducks probably wanna go down to the pond. Come on, Bowls. Yeah, you do. You go ahead, take them out. Piper, you coming with me to help? Hey, puppy, good boy. The chickens didn't make it too far out the gate. And the ducks haven't decided if they want to go out yet. I think when I finish these, I'll put a hole here so I can stick a dowel rod to grab onto, and that'll give a little bit of something to hold whenever you're opening and closing it, because that can get stiff whenever the wind's trying to blow it. Piper, quit biting me. I'm trying to work. All right, let me get out here. You can stay there, Pop. You too, Piper. All right, I just need to try and get this fence stretched across and cut the size for the gates. I'm gonna leave a square here from the staples and snip everything off right here. Hold. Okay. Now, Pup, you just being a picture perfect puppy again. Now these gates do swing both ways, so I can push it this way and still be able to get in here, but it won't swing open all the way because of where the hinge is positioned on the post. But it swings open far enough I can walk in, and then whenever I let the birds out, I can let it swing the other way. Watch out, Pup. Whoa, almost hit you, buddy. Stay in there, Piper. But I wanted it to swing both ways just for a little bit of versatility. Oh, the ducks are finally coming out. And we got to get this other side stretched. This one has a lot more excess on it, so we're going to have a little bit left over here once we cut it to fit that gate. Good, ducks, go to the pond. I love seeing my ducks in a row. Those ducks are carrying some extra weight with the mud freezing on their feathers. Echo, come here. What are you doing? Come here. Don't get in front of Mumbles. I know, she looks like she's struggling. They look like they're struggling carrying that extra ice on them. It's freezing out here, so let's try and get this done. And for those of you that are interested, I think I fixed my float valve. I went to Tractor Supply and opened up a new one that was in the box, and whenever I opened up that top lid and looked at the gaskets, I realized that the gaskets in the new one were in a different order than these gaskets that I had on this one. There's two gaskets in that Hudson float valve. One's a black ring and one's more of like a clear cup. I had the black ring on the bottom and then the clear cup on top of that, but whenever I opened the new one at Tractor Supply, I realized that they had the black one on top of the cup holding the cup down. So I came home and I flipped it on mine in here and it actually stopped the water flow. Now it made me realize that I have a leak on my hose clamp right there, but that's fixable. The water's frozen back there anyway now, so I can't get it into the barn, so I'm glad that I have the 65 gallons full right here and another 20 gallons in buckets. We're gonna pretty much have a full week here before we come out of the freezing temperatures. I'm probably even gonna keep the barn door shut here for a couple days whenever we drop down into the single digits, because even though some of the birds are thick and fluffy like Bert, we do have some smaller chickens and smaller ducks that I don't want to expose to those single digits. Plus a big old comb like Sammy's doesn't do too good in the cold, huh bud? You got to keep that covered. You too, Anna, you got a lot of red comb as well. So I'm not the only one that doesn't want to be outside when it's this cold. Thanks for all the help, Piper. We got them all fenced in, so the gates are completely solid now from 4 feet down. This should keep the birds in and any of the predators out during the day. And now we can actually use this gate to let the ducks out to the pond. That'll make it a lot shorter of a trip for their little legs. I'm so happy to get these gate latches on and the gates done finally. Like I said, I can finish these a little bit better. I was actually planning on taking the Dremel and carving out some of the form of the chicken and the wing and the face. And I'm also planning on putting a hole here that I can glue a dowel rod into just to give a little handle here. Piper, give me a little bit of space, girl. But I am pretty happy with this latch and the way it works. It's not only functional, it's also really good looking. My eventual plan is to split it. Okay, Piper, split this pasture right here, so half is for the ducks and half is for the chickens and half is for the ducks. That's why that gate got the chicken and this gate got the duck. And I'm happy to say the duck also works. It'll be beneficial to have a little dowel rod on this one as well and just make it easier to handle, but it swings open and it latches. This one does pull a little bit like you see. can bring it in. I guess I can get it to, never mind, it sits straight. And we can just drop the latch here, give it a little wiggle. I have it nice and tight because I don't want them to be wobbling back and forth in the wind, making it loose. So I have it pretty tight and firm so we don't have a lot of wiggle on the gate. And the last one I made, a goose here. I did a short video on this like I said, but this one was a little bit different because it's on a 4x4 post going to a 2x4 fence. It did have more of a gap here to span. So for the goose here, I had the space to put a tomato stake on the bottom to connect it. This was an old dry tomato stake, so it completely split, but it's still holding both of the geese together. This being the pallet gate, it is a little warped and doesn't line up, so I got to give it a little push to line it up with the latch. But once the latch drops down, it holds it right in place. And I think this one's going to be really nice too. But I probably will add that little dowel rod on the goose as well. Come on, Pop. Oh, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, come on, Pop. Where you going? You do you. Yeah, I thought so. Ooh, almost knocked me over. So I'm really happy with them. You guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. You coming to bed, Mumbles? Or are you going back to the pond again? I'm gonna let the duck stay out a little bit longer, but that's gonna be all for this one. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button. If you wanna follow along, hit the subscribe button down below and the bell notification so you're notified whenever a new video comes out. If you wanna help support the channel even more, check out that join button. And you can see me and Echo on the next one. Thanks for watching. Piper.